All right, so imagine walking into a networking event,
Yeah.
and everyone's just kind of like standing around reciting their elevator pitch
Oh, yeah.
in monotone. No energy, no visuals, just words, kind of dull, right?
Yeah, totally.
That's what a website without video can feel like.
It's so true. And I think in today's digital world, you really can't afford to be dull.
Exactly. So that's why we're diving into this blog post by Strategic Connection
Okay.
called The Power of Video, how it can transform your business website to figure out how much of a difference
Yeah.
video can actually make for small businesses like yours.
I think what's really fascinating here is that a lot of businesses still think of video as a nice to have. But, the research is really clear. Video isn't just about aesthetics. It's actually about tapping into how our brains are wired.
Okay, so let's unpack that a little bit.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this brain science stuff.
Well, our brains process visuals 60,000 times faster than text.
Wow.
And something like 90% of the information our brain receives is visual. So even if you have the most amazing website copy in the world, if it's not paired with visuals, it's just not going to have the same impact.
So even if I'm a wordsmith, a killer video is still going to make a bigger impression.
Think about it this way. Would you rather try to explain your business in detail with just words, or actually show someone what you do in a dynamic video?
Right.
Which one do you think would be more memorable?
Yeah, definitely the video.
Oh.
But does this actually mean people remember more from video?
That's the incredible part.
Okay.
Research has shown that people retain about 95% of a message when they see it in a video, compared to only 10% when they read it in text.
Wow, that's a huge difference.
It was just mind-blowing.
So basically, if you want people to remember your brand, video is the way to go.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's talk about the practical benefits of video for a small business.
Yeah.
How can video actually translate to more customers walking through my door
Sure.
or buying my products online?
Well, in a world of shrinking attention spans, one of the biggest benefits is that video keeps people on your website longer. Something like 2.6 times longer.
So if I add a video to my website, I actually have more time to make a connection with potential customers?
That's right. Think of your website as like a storefront. A video can be that eye-catching window display that draws people in and makes them want to spend more time browsing.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But getting people to my website in the first place is a whole other challenge.
Right.
Does video help with that at all?
This is where it gets really interesting.
Right.
Search engines, particularly Google, absolutely love video content.
Oh, really?
Websites with video are 53 times more likely to show up on that coveted first page of search results.
Wow. So I'm not just keeping people on my site longer, I'm more likely to get them there in the first place.
You got it?
That's huge.
Yeah.
Okay, but at the end of the day, I need my website to translate to actual results, like sales signups, that kind of thing. Does video really make a difference there?
It absolutely does. Studies show that video can boost conversion rates by up to 80%.
Wait, 80%? So you're saying adding a video to, say, my product page could actually get 80% more people to hit that buy now button?
Think about it. Would you rather read a wall of text describing a product, or watch a short dynamic video that shows it in action, highlights its features, and maybe even features someone using it and loving it?
Yeah, I'd much rather watch the video. Okay, I'm starting to see the light here. But here's a thought. For a lot of small businesses, the appeal is that personal connection. Websites can feel impersonal, even a bit cold sometimes.
Yeah, I agree with that. And that's where video can really bridge that gap. It's the perfect way to humanize your brand. You can show your personality, maybe give some behind-the-scenes glimpses of your business.
Right.
Feature real customer testimonials. It's like you're inviting people into your world, not just a sterile online storefront.
So it's not just about pushing products or services. It's about connecting with people on a more human level.
Yeah,
And that builds trust, right?
exactly. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Remember that Dollar Shave Club video?
Right.
It was funny, low budget, and went completely viral. And it resulted in thousands of orders, not just because it was entertaining, but because it created that genuine human connection.
That's a great example. Okay, so we've covered engagement, SEO, conversions. Is there anything else video brings to the table?
This is where it gets really exciting.
Okay.
Video is a multi-platform powerhouse.
Oh,
You can take that same great video you created for your website and share it across social media, potentially reaching a far wider audience.
right.
And you can even use it in your email marketing.
Oh, wow.
We're talking about boosting shares, click-through rates. It's marketing gold.
Okay, now I'm really seeing the potential here. So you're saying I can create this amazing video, put it on my website, share it on social media,
Yep.
use it in my emails, and it all works together to get me more visibility, more engagement, and ultimately more customers.
Precisely. Video is like a force multiplier for your marketing efforts.
Okay, I'm officially sold. But let's get real for a second. I'm a small business owner,
Yeah.
not a Hollywood producer.
Right.
What kind of videos can I actually create without breaking the bank?
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
You don't need a fancy studio or a huge budget to create effective video content.
Okay.
You can start with something as simple as a short video on your phone explaining what your business does, or even just showing off a new product.
So I can literally just grab my phone, hit record,
Yeah.
and create something that could make a real difference for my business.
Absolutely. And there are tons of free and affordable editing tools out there that make it easy to polish your videos and add things like music or graphics.
Yeah.
It's really more accessible than you might think.
Okay, I'm feeling inspired.
Yeah.
But for someone just starting out, what would you say is the absolute easiest way to dip their toes into the video waters?
I always recommend starting with a short 60-second intro video. Introduce yourself, talk about your business, and highlight what makes you unique.
Okay.
Put that video front and center on your homepage, and you'll be amazed at the difference it can make.
So simple, straightforward, to the point. No need to overthink it.
Exactly. Just be yourself, show your passion, and let your personality shine through. Oh, and one more tip, add captions. A lot of people watch videos on mute, especially on social media, so captions make sure your message gets across no matter what.
Got it. Captions are key.
Yeah.
Anything else I should keep in mind when creating these videos?
Remember that attention spans are shorter than ever, so try to keep your videos under 2 minutes if possible.
Okay.
And don't forget to have fun. Videos should be enjoyable to create and watch, so don't be afraid to experiment and let your creativity flow.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah,
I think it's safe to say that video is a total game changer for any business, big or small.
I agree.
But let's get a bit more specific. In the next part of our deep dive, I want to explore different types of videos that businesses can create to really make an impact.
I'm Game Needles. There are so many possibilities, and the best choice really depends on your specific goals and target audience.
But there are some tried and true formats that tend to work well, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
We can dive into things like explainer videos, customer testimonials, product demos, behind-the-scenes content, and even live webinars. There's a video type for every business and budget.
Sounds good. But before we move on to part 2, I want to leave our listeners with something to think about.
I'm ready for the challenge. What kind of video magic should our listener be thinking about?
So we've talked about why video is so powerful,
Right.
but now I want to talk about the how. Like, how does someone actually get started
Yeah.
with creating videos for their business?
Yeah.
Where do you even begin?
That's a great question, and it's something a lot of people get hung up on. It doesn't have to be this overwhelming, complicated process. Let's break it down
Yeah, okay.
into a simple, actionable plan.
I love a good plan. Lay it on me.
The very first thing you need to do is define your goals. What are you hoping to achieve with this video? Are you trying to increase brand awareness, drive traffic to your website, generate leads, boost sales? What's the main objective?
So before I even think about cameras or editing software, I need to figure out the why behind the video.
Exactly. Once you have a clear objective in mind, you can tailor your video content and strategy accordingly.
Makes sense. So once I've got my goals figured out, what's next?
Next up is understanding your audience. Who are you trying to reach with this video? What are their demographics, their interests, their pain points? The more you understand your target audience, the better you can create videos that resonate with them.
Right, it's like you wouldn't use the same kind of video to talk to teenagers as you would to senior citizens.
Precisely. So you've got your goals, your audience. Now it's time to get creative.
Let the brainstorming begin. But honestly, sometimes coming up with video ideas feels like the hardest part. Any tips for how to come up with concepts that'll really grab people's attention?
One great starting point is to think about the questions your customers or clients frequently ask you. Can you create a video that answers those questions in a clear and engaging way?
So turn FAQs into video content.
Exactly.
I like it. What else?
Another approach is to showcase your products or services in action. Don't just tell people how great your product is, show them. A product demo or a behind-the-scenes glimpse into your process can be incredibly compelling.
Show, don't tell.
Right.
Got it.
And don't underestimate the power of storytelling. Can you create a video that shares your brand story or highlights a customer success story in a way that connects with your audience on an emotional level?
Okay, my notebook is filling up with video ideas. What's the next step?
Now it's time to write a script. It doesn't have to be a Hollywood-worthy screenplay,
Sure.
but even a simple outline will help you stay on track and ensure that your video delivers a clear and concise message.
So I should have at least a basic plan for what I'm going to say and show in the video.
Think about the flow of the video, the key points you want to hit, and any visuals or graphics you might need. Having a script will make the filming process much smoother.
Script check. Now I need to assemble my film crew, right?
Not so fast. One of the best things about video marketing today is that you don't need fancy equipment to get started. You can create high-quality videos using just your smartphone, and there are tons of affordable microphones and lighting options available if you want to step things up a notch.
So no excuses for not giving video a try.
Yeah.
Everyone has the tools they need.
Exactly. And don't forget about editing software. There are tons of free and paid options out there that make it easy to trim your footage, add music and graphics, and put together professional-looking videos.
So even if I'm not a tech whiz, I can still create something that looks good and gets my message across effectively. That's reassuring.
Absolutely. A little bit of practice and the right tools can go a long way.
Okay, let's talk about the actual filming process. What are some key things to keep in mind to make sure my videos look and sound professional?
Great lighting is crucial. Natural light is always the most flattering, but if you're shooting indoors, invest in some basic lighting equipment to illuminate your subject evenly.
No more shadowy figures lurking in the background of my videos.
Exactly. And pay close attention to your sound quality. A decent microphone can make a world of difference. You want to minimize background noise as much as possible and make sure your voice is clear and easy to hear.
Yeah, I've definitely watched videos where the audio was so bad I just gave up.
Right.
Crystal clear audio is a must.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to experiment with different camera angles and shots. Adding variety keeps things visually interesting and helps you tell your story more effectively.
So mix it up.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to get creative.
Exactly. And remember, practice makes perfect. The more videos you make, the more comfortable and confident you'll become behind the camera.
Great advice. So I've shot my amazing video. I've edited it to perfection. Now what? How do I get it out into the world?
Now it's time to share your video with the world. Upload it to your website, your social media platforms, anywhere your target audience is hanging out online.
Time to spread the video. Love.
And don't just passively upload it, actively promote it. Share it in your email newsletters, talk about it on social media, even consider reaching out to influencers who might be interested in sharing it with their followers.
So don't be shy.
Yeah,
Shout it from the rooftops.
exactly. And most importantly, keep track of your results. Pay attention to things like views, watch time, engagement, and conversions to see what's working and what's not.
So data can help me refine my video strategy and make sure I'm getting the most bang for my buck.
Exactly. By tracking your results and making adjustments along the way, you can continually improve your video marketing efforts and get closer to achieving your goals.
This has been an incredible breakdown of the video creation process.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in.
But before we move on to part 3, I have one more question that's been bugging me.
Hit me with it.
We've covered the practical steps, but what about the creative side of things? How do I make sure my videos are not just informative, but also stand out from the crowd and really grab people's attention?
That's a fantastic question. And it's something that separates good videos from truly great videos. There are a few key ingredients that can really help you elevate your video content.
I'm all ears. Spill the secrets.
First and foremost, focus on storytelling. People connect with stories on a deeper level than they do with just facts and figures. Find a way to weave a narrative into your video, something that will resonate with your audience and make them want to keep watching.
So don't just present information. Tell a story that people can relate to and feel something from.
Exactly, and let your personality shine through. Don't be afraid to be yourself, and let your unique voice and style come across in your videos.
Authenticity is key.
Absolutely. People can spot a fake a mile away. And don't be afraid to tap into the power of emotion. Can you evoke feelings of joy, inspiration, or even humor in your videos?
Emotions make things memorable.
Exactly. And lastly, don't be afraid to experiment. Try different things, see what works, and most importantly, have fun in the process.
So don't be afraid to think outside the box.
The beauty of video is that there are endless possibilities. Get creative and see what you can come up with.
I'm feeling so inspired right now. I feel like I have a much better grasp on how to create videos that are not only informative, but also engaging and memorable.
That's what we're here for, to give you the tools and knowledge you need to succeed in the world of video marketing.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground in this part of our deep dive. We've gone from feeling overwhelmed by video creation to having a solid plan for getting started.
Yeah, we've made some real progress.
We've explored the nuts and bolts of video creation, from defining your goals and audience to brainstorming ideas, writing a script, gathering your gear, and actually filming and editing your masterpiece.
It's been quite a journey.
And we've even touched on some of the creative elements that can really take your videos to the next level. But there's one more piece of the puzzle we need to explore.
The grand finale. Let's do it.
Before we jump into part 3, I want to leave our listeners with a final thought for this segment. All right, so let's imagine this. You've poured your heart and soul into creating like the perfect video.
Okay.
It's informative, engaging, looks fantastic, but then how do you make sure it actually gets seen by the right people and helps you achieve those goals we talked about?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah, it is.
It's like you've baked this delicious cake, but now you need to make sure people actually get to taste it.
I like that.
You need a solid distribution strategy.
Okay, so where should we be sharing these videos to make sure they have the biggest impact?
Your website is prime real estate, of course. Feature your videos prominently on your homepage, landing pages, product pages, anywhere they can enhance the user experience and support your goals.
So don't bury them at the bottom of the page or hide them on some obscure tab.
Yeah, don't be shy about.
Make those videos front and center.
Exactly. And never underestimate the power of social media. Share your videos across all the platforms where your target audience hangs out, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn.
Right. Meet your audience where they are. Don't expect them to come looking for you.
Exactly. And email marketing is still a huge opportunity. Embed your videos in your newsletters or promotional emails. It's a great way to boost engagement and click-through rates.
It's like bringing your message to life right in their inbox.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And if you have a bit of budget to play with, consider experimenting with paid advertising options. Platforms like YouTube and Facebook allow you to target very specific demographics and interests, ensuring your videos are seen by the right people.
So a little bit of budget can go a long way in terms of expanding your reach.
Yeah.
But you mentioned something earlier about strategic video sharing.
Yes.
What did you mean by that?
Well, it's not just about sharing your videos everywhere and anywhere. You want to be smart about it.
Okay.
For example, make sure you're optimizing your videos for search. Use relevant keywords in your titles, descriptions, and tags so that people can actually find your videos when they're searching online.
So think like a search engine. What are people typing in when they're looking for information or solutions related to my business?
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of a compelling thumbnail image. That's the first thing people see, and it can make or break whether they click on your video.
It's like the cover of a book.
Yes.
It needs to grab your attention.
Exactly. And here's a big one. Always add captions and subtitles to your videos.
Okay.
Not only does this make them accessible to a wider audience,
Right.
but it also improves your SEO and makes it easier for people to watch your videos without sound, which happens a lot, especially on social media.
Captions are a must. Got it. Anything else we should be thinking about?
Be proactive. Don't just upload your video and hope for the best. Promote it across all your marketing channels.
Okay.
Share it on social media, embed it in blog posts, include it in your email signature, get creative.
So basically shout it from the rooftops.
Exactly. And perhaps most importantly, track your results. Pay attention to metrics like views, watch time, engagement, and conversions. This data will tell you what's working, what's not, and how you can improve your video strategy over time.
So data is our friend.
It is.
It helps us make smarter decisions.
Exactly. By tracking your results and making adjustments along the way, you can ensure that your video marketing efforts are continually evolving and getting you closer to those big goals.
Wow, this has been such an insightful deep dive into the world of video marketing. We've covered so much ground, from understanding why video is so powerful to the practical steps involved in creating engaging videos to making sure they actually get seen by the right people.
It's been a really comprehensive overview.
I know. Before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought. Don't be afraid to experiment. Video is a constantly evolving medium, so stay curious, try new things, and most importantly, have fun with it. You never know what might go viral.
That's the perfect note to end on.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
Be sure to check out our next episode, where we'll be exploring another fascinating topic related to helping you grow your business. Until then, keep creating amazing videos and keep those conversions coming.